Speaking of TNA, let's do a perfect segue into a former TNA talent. The former TNA World Champion, Josh Alexander. So, AEW is upon Double or Nothing. And as they usually do, they start doing rounds during the press conference. And we have Josh Alexander. He was on the Shaq, that's SHAK wrestling podcast. I don't know. Seems like they're kind of always interviewing AEW. But he was promoting the show, of course. And during it, as you know, he was a recent free agent. He was asked, why do you go with AEW over WWE? But it was the response that got everybody riled up, if you will.
Sitting on the couch, should have gone here. Great choice with AEW. To the degree that you're willing to share, what were some of the factors that made the AEW offer more alluring than whatever WWE might have had on the table?
I mean, I read all the criticism and all the speculation on why I made my choice and stuff, but from the second I met Tony Khan during the COVID era in TNA, like he was coming to shows because there was a working relationship there, and that's when I first met him. And I got this impression that when you, as a boss, he's somebody that actually cares for his employees. You're not just a number. You're not just an asset to the company. He actually cares about you. And that's something that means a great deal to me. In working for Scott D'Amore in TNA, I developed a relationship with him, and there's a lot of trust that goes into this stuff. Mm-hmm. So I just wasn't comfortable working somewhere where I'd just be an asset, something that you could just, toss away in an instant and stuff like that. I wanted somebody that's going to care about me and care about like the fact that I have a family that I'm feeding, and that I do have such a passion for this, and I hope we share that passion and stuff like that. So it's that this locker room is full of people that I've known and worked with over the past 20 years, and I've developed relationships with, and it's because there's people like Edge, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega in this company that I have never wrestled, that I've dreamed of wrestling for decades. So that all made it very easy for me to make my decision.
So he said that Tony Khan cares about his employees, indicating that WWE doesn't. You're just not a number, an asset. Now, he did mention that he met Tony Khan back in 2020, and I believe when he met Tony Khan, that was probably true. That was true. I'll even go ahead and say that. Like, Tony Khan definitely cared. I'm not saying he doesn't now, but he definitely cared about his wrestlers back then. Like, signing -1 Brody Lee's son to a lifelong contract. He wasn't ever going to cut anybody. He would let their contract expire. Instead of like WWE doing budget cuts, he would keep them until their contract expires and then let them go. And there's a lot of other things that we heard of Tony Khan doing during that time frame that was good for the business. But you fast forward to today, I don't know if we can say the same thing. Like, just instances off the top of my head. Camille, she hasn't been on TV since she got kicked to the curb by Sasha Banks. Hasn't been back since.
There's Ricky Starks, Aleister Black, Rusev. Cody left for a reason. CM Punk had issues.
Lucha Brothers.
Did they have issues?
Yeah, you had Rey Fenix very publicly trying to get out of his contract.
Andrade.
So you do have recent instances, where I don't know if that's the same Tony Khan as he met back in 2020.
I don't know. It kind of seems like Tony has new toys, and then when he gets the new toys, he kind of discards the old ones.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He probably does care a lot about his toys, like his new toys. Oh, by the way, although he does have a match coming up on Double or Nothing, Speedball Mike Bailey, he was just signed. He's pretty much already like a mainstay on Collision.
Is that bad?
Yes. For AEW, it's bad. Collision should be the B show, but it's not. So he's on Collision already. Josh Alexander, he's just eating losses after losses after losses, so his presentation hadn't been the best. He debuted and lost that match.
Oh, that's a good way to get somebody over.
Yeah. Like I said, while 2020 Tony Khan probably did care about his wrestlers, not even a question. Like, when AEW first started, it was a very different Tony Khan. You could tell he really cared about the wrestling business and the employees.
It doesn't. I mean, he only seems to care for as much use as he has for you.
Yeah, as long as you're useful to him or you don't say something. Because remember, Camille, she hasn't been on TV since. Remember that video? And I think we titled it something about like Camille just like ruined her career or something. And all she said was like, "I think I could be used more" or something. Yeah, she hasn't been on TV since.
Is she still signed?
She is still signed.
Huh.
And she's just wasting away. And then yeah, we have like CM Punk, Ray Phoenix, Ricky Starks, Penta to a lesser extent. Like he wasn't complaining about it, but you can tell he wanted out. You know, these people publicly asking to get out of their contracts. And especially Ray Phoenix, he had that tweet talking about inhumane treatment, whatever that even meant.
Yeah.
Because he never really elaborated on that. So, I don't know. I think Tony Khan's changed on that, which is why I was, you say that, but is it true? Because recently there's more instances than not of Tony Khan not caring about the talent. Unless you're on his good side, like Tony Storm or Mercedes Moné or Will Ospreay, who every chance he gets goes out and says something stupid about WWE. And he said another stupid thing.
Well, it's not even that. Like, he'll just stop talking to you. You won't even have the good graces to say he's upset with you or, you know, you did something wrong. He just ghosts you.
Yeah, you can't reach him. I forgot who said that, but someone said that. Oh yeah, there's the incident with Punk not even getting a ride to his All-In show. So there's more instances, and maybe these are just the people who are speaking out on it, because the people who are there don't need to speak out on it. But I don't know. They're not good instances.
I don't know. You just never hear anything good about how he runs things. You hear he's a nice guy, but that's about it.
Yeah, and maybe that's what he's getting at there. But I say all that to say, you know, wait until he gets tired of you. I mean, we got the pay-per-view coming up. I'm sure someone's debuting. Oh, Cedric Alexander's probably debuting. Maybe, maybe not. So, there you go. Let's see if you still have that same energy when you just get moved down so far that you're not even on TV. And people are asking, where are you? Wardlow? That's another one. And he may be hurt. I don't know. But he hasn't been on TV forever. I believe he'll show up in WWE when his contract's up. But they already have the Batista, so I don't know. What's his ceiling to be a cosplay Batista?
He could be a cosplay Mason Ryan.
Yeah. Although they were way more jacked than him. Not saying he's a small guy by any means, but, you know,